Okay. This is new. And there.
What?
Undo that. What's wrong? Bum 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 bum. Okay, and that's I should have. Hello. Okay, everybody. This is a bit disjointed tonight. This is the stewards meeting for Warriors Pro Race 5 at Snetterton. I am broadcasting from a Mac laptop, which I've never done before, so hopefully it'll go okay. We're going to share out some of the incidents, if there are any incidents from Thursday night's race, and well, we're just sharing the process as we go through this, and hopefully it'll be of interest to you. So, I'll swap to the screen and away we go. Alrighty.
It's just that there's a couple in lap 1, but nothing.
Yeah, Robin, you're sharing.
Just a wee second.
You were sharing your whole
yeah, I know.
setup.
I know. Okay, that's that. And get this in a. Oh.
We're watching Robin or Dave?
No, you're watching. I would watch Dave. That would probably be easier.
Yeah, well, Dave's will be in real time.
Yeah, if I can get that in the full screen. How do you get that in the full screen?
There we go.
Grid.
Come on, Robin, get the finger out.
How do you get share full screen? How do you make this full screen?
There's a
There's
a little pop-up button.
Bottom right when you mouse over it.
Ah, there it is.
By the way, Robin, your ACC broadcast is broadcasting flopped.
What do you mean?
Cars that are on the right, or their sound is on the left ear. Just so you know, it's outputting backwards.
What?
Because I'm in a studio, so I would have to know left from right.
Okay, well, I think people will be fine.
Yeah, well, I'm just telling you, when a car passes, it's weird on the right side, but the sound is all the way on the left. That's all I'm telling you is it's flip-flopped.
You must be broadcasting the wrong resolution, Robin. Are you?
Why is it not running?
It's like
Right.
or something, is it?
Well, I'm on Wi-Fi for a start.
Mind that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's that. I see that. Right. It's not overly important. We've seen the most of the screen. Okay. All right. All right. Far on.
Yeah, don't worry.
Right, so just coming up shortly.
This is incident 1 on lap 1.
Yeah. There's only this one and 2 others, I think.
Yes.
So that.
Oh, sheesh. God.
That's my. Right.
Attack of the Killer Black.
So.
Who is that?
Made from Phipps car at full speed.
Is it Makota?
Yeah.
it does break a wide a wee bit, but
Yeah, but
Yeah, I mean, that's neither here nor there. They're already going through the turn.
he's weaving about that as well.
Mm.
So
Oh, this is the little awkward corner, isn't it?
yeah,
the one of many.
You don't like that track, Dara.
Hey, despise it.
Okay, just go again, please.
Oh.
Okay.
So Makota's going wide because the white Ferrari sort of makes him, I think.
Do I see in cars?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's put in the ticket on this? Is it
No, this is just lap one.
Makota or Phillips? No, but who's put the ticket in?
Nobody has that one.
Oh, okay.
I'd be annoyed if someone did that to me.
And we go on board with Phipps as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Goes kind of left and like he's
Yeah.
not given the room.
Yeah, and if you watch the guy on the right, even when he makes his little wobble, he turns his car to the left before he even gets hit.
Going
Yeah,
going right, but
excellent.
no, still going right as he gets tapped. I don't know. Yeah.
It's not from above.
No, bin. I don't
Comes all
know.
the way over.
See,
Two, 6 of 1, half a dozen of the
Yeah,
other.
I mean, it's Makota. It just seems to be a
This is on-
bit out of control there, you know.
Yeah, he is, but
Yeah.
he's not
right out
fully
on
out
the
of
edge of the track. Yeah.
and he's not fully out of control.
No.
It's not like he had the car like shaking all over the place, and he did make an adjustment even back to the left a little bit more, even though he didn't have to, because Phipps or whoever that is still has that whole right side of the track.
Yeah, he's going left, and then he has to come on back towards it, and then like
Yeah, he's just kind of following the black rubbered in mark because he doesn't know the track, obviously.
Yeah, I think Phipps's knowledge of the track wasn't fabulous that night. He'd said that.
So, but anyway, Phipps just came over a little bit too much.
he's coming. Look, like he's
I think you both did.
he comes way
Yeah.
over. Rewind
Yeah.
it. Rewind
Yeah,
it.
how can you say they both did, Jason? The guy's all the way on the left of the track.
They're both coming. They're both driving.
No,
towards each
Jason.
other, aren't they?
Oh
No. Rewind it 5 seconds
No.
and play it again.
the
Watch
only
Vince's
thing I'll
car.
say is look at the gap on the left,
It's minimal, but go on.
but it's there.
It is, but rewind it 5 seconds and play it again. Just watch Phipps's car go like straight across the track. And I know when you look at his inputs, he's turning right as well. But
So I would say his inputs are quite smooth, to be honest.
yeah, but look, watch the car. It's going. Wait, no.
He's tight in. He's tight in. He's tight in.
He's
He's
gone
tight
in
in.
and he's gone
tight
back
in.
After.
out again.
There,
and now he's
there.
going-
Look,
they're both there.
it's just-
They're both going
Yeah.
in.
Like he has to be aware that that car is there. You can see it from his in-cab that you can see the car. But yet he still goes...
If he had stayed on that tight inside line, it would have been okay.
To me, it is a no-brainer. But
it seems that way.
That drive both heading towards each other, aren't they?
No, Makota's on the left-hand side of the track.
Right,
Phipps
and
is
that's
on the right.
and that slight that's that you saw him make to the right that's what I'm telling you. He doesn't know this track, so he's trying to follow the black. If you watch, he immediately turns the car left. Watch, the car will be going left as Phipps hits him. Okay, so here's the turn. Watch now, it shifts.
Yeah, it shifts. Yeah.
He saw Phipps coming at him, so he tried to even get out of the way even more.
So if you look at Makota, right, so he's wide, comes in, then moves left, then moves right again.
At that point,
Well, no, he doesn't move right. He's following. He's going in a half moon motion.
I see something different then.
He's moving into the track. Yep. It looks like he was a bit loose there. It looks like the car was out of control.
It looks like he was trying to follow the black rubbered-in mark and just doesn't know the track. I mean, that's what it looks like.
But is that?
And even then, he went left.
But is that Phillips' problem?
It doesn't matter if it's Phipps' problem or not. Phipps is the one that hit him.
Phipps hit the car.
And Phipps came across the track to do it. Mm-hmm. Why is that even a question?
He's supposed to leave it to space. Like, he's not
but he has.
But he's not supposed to car beside him.
But there's room in the left-hand side.
And then there's 20 feet on the right. So then where's the...
Exactly. Like,
how do we argue that even?
Let's just... There's more movements from...
He drives straight across though. Like, he goes straight across the track at an angle. That's like I don't know.
I think if this wasn't lap one, I'd say that was a racing incident.
That's actually what I'm indicating. That.
Yeah, but because
I don't think it's MD's fault. I think McCoy's slightly out of control. He's weaving there's more than one movement there. I personally think Phillips' steering is smoother. He is. Possibly could give him more room, but I think Makota is basically made a movement in, then out, then back in again.
I think though, because it's lap one, it looks like to me just a little bit of a lack of awareness. So if we say we're going to clamp down on that kind of stuff on lap one, then
is it by both?
No, the issue there falls on Phipps, the way I see it. Just a teeny little lack of awareness. I mean,
and I would say it's Phipps because of
any other lap racing incident.
I would also say it's Phipps because he's starting from the back of the grid because of issues or whatever it was, and he's cutting through. He's cutting through guys that aren't going to be just as aware. You know, he's the more senior member that way, but it's on the line of a race. It's just a racing incident for me. First, you know, I think Phipps is wrong. I think Phipps is wrong for going out too wide, and Makota was slightly out of control as well. I don't think he could have helped himself there. I think the car looks like it's loose.
Old tires, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, it's loose within his lane.
Yeah.
If you want to look at them as lanes where their car is width, then he only stayed in his lane.
He's not that far off the left-hand side.
No.
He's barely
right on the edge.
And he's correct, and Phibbs comes across and hits him. I don't. It's to me in my head, it's not even a question of who's at fault, and it's nothing to do with. I like Phibbs, but that's his fault.
It's nothing to do with.
It's nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
I love you, Ben.
Okay, can we come to someone for an agreement?
Racing incident.
No, it's a lap one thing. So there has to be a penalty of some description imposed on Phibbs.
The minimal, I think the minimal.
Yeah, I agree. I
5
agree.
seconds in.
Because it's not, I mean, it's not the least bit, he wasn't the least bit out of control. He just didn't choose a
Yeah.
great line.
Yeah.
Just awareness again. Awareness. Cars.
And lap one. And any other lap racing incident, but because it's lap one, then minimum
Forcing a
penalty.
car off track, causing another car minor stroke moderate contact with a wall, no wall, unsafe rejoin, punt to pass, or the most basic is blue flag, qualifying infringements, unsafe rejoin, gaining an advantage off track, unpredictable driving. So it's a standard collision, which is
Yeah.
TP10. Avoidable. Okay. All right. Collision TP10. Sorry, Mr. Phipps, but yeah. Awareness.
There we go. I think that's it.
Okay, next.
Um, 2 seconds. I think it's this one. It's last corner. I just can't remember what cars it is. Oh, it's that 7.
Swing. Mr. Garnham.
Yeah.
So far, he's doing everything right here.
Ooh. Crotch shot.
We do like a crotch shot, don't we?
From time to time.
Dave's training began with crotch shot, and he liked it so much he stayed with it.
Speak about yourself, Roger.
You're the carpenter.
It's nothing to do with crotches.
Just a Woody.
The vortex of danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needed to go inside much more than that.
So is that just outbreaking himself a wee bit? Potentially in first lap, there's a lot of cars in front.
Yeah, I mean, he should be on it now, downshifting. And he should
Chance
hold that line and then take it a little bit tighter on the inside there, which is the better line anyway.
Right. And this is then continues into right. So he sits and waits,
Mhm.
right? But then we've got a brilliant rejoin, and
Boy, talk about stopping traffic.
Who's that?
Oh my
Steve,
goodness.
is it?
Oh no. Oh, got him.
and then Zach hits him.
So many black cars, JV.
Yeah. Well, this isn't my replay. This is Robin's.
It doesn't matter. You don't have deliveries.
Yep.
Honestly, I don't know how to use that thing. I don't know. So, right. So
Who did he collect when he was rejoining?
Okay,
Steve?
so who did Mr. Garnham punt, and then the punter
It's
made a
such
bad
rank, isn't
rejoin?
it?
right. So
88.
88.
It's grand.
Eclipse Grant.
And then we'll go in with Grant.
I think it's Tony, is it? Or is it Phipps?
So this is Mr. Grant's rejoin.
Yeah.
Who's he hitting?
Just
45.
Is
45.
Phipps.
Oh my gosh. On that same lap?
You couldn't write it.
Okay, well there's
I
two.
guess
There's
karma on that one.
so there's two things here. There is the standard collision, or is this a large collision? I mean, what is it? It's created a large collision.
No,
It's
it hasn't. He hasn't. The rejoin has, though.
yeah.
So Mr.
So if
Garnham,
he stayed where he was till everyone passed, there would have been no more incidents.
TP10
Just held his
standard
brakes.
standard collision, causing a collision, carried too much speed. speed into corner. And then
rejoin
Dave,
this.
unsafe rejoin.
Yeah.
And that's a stupid unsafe rejoin. He's not getting a corner named after him.
He made, and not making an excuse, but there's a possibility because it looked like he was waiting. It's possible that his screen wasn't big enough. He didn't have enough view that he could see that a car was coming. Not that that's an excuse. I'm just saying that that's a possibility.
Yeah, depends.
Because
what
it
he's
looked
got
like
on
he
the
was
screen.
waiting.
If he's got the map up and stuff like that, you can see. But yeah,
Correct,
he's
man.
obscured by.
It's lap 1.
Ground.
Just go the whole field is
Yeah,
stripped.
you
And then
know
there's
that there's people behind you.
Yeah.
You'll be a delta on and stuff like that. You know there's people there.
And then Zach hit Phipps as well, did he? Was that Zach?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but he's hit him off track.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So he's in a bad rejoin.
No, he's nothing he could do about it. Like,
Unsafe rejoin.
But
Yes,
right. Also, he waited to let him pass, then overtook him
passed
straight
it.
away.
Right, so it's a
I didn't really know that.
TP10 for Mr. Garnham, TP10 for Dave Grant. Unsafe rejoin.
That's I'll wait and let you get by, and then I'll just overtake you
Is there
straight away.
just a standard penalty for unsafe rejoin?
Yeah,
Or is there an
this
unsafe
as
rejoin
well.
causing a
These may
collision?
have to be reviewed next season. Now that we've got a better idea, but unsafe rejoin with contact. It's TP10. You get into after that. You get into multiple cars directly involved. Generally 2 to 5. Major disadvantage for single car. Standard collision with a degree of recklessness, and that's a TP20 for a large collision. Like, you're into large collision land there.
Yeah.
And these are the time penalties specific for lap 1 incidents.
Technically, it should be higher.
Technically,
honest,
it should be higher,
20.
and it will be next time round again. But this has been a learning process for us
Okay.
as well. So people are maybe getting off a bit lighter here. But I suppose,
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to be precise with that, multiple cars, unsafe rejoin,
Oh,
2 or 3, 4 cars
I'm not-
involved.
What
No,
about
I
license
mean,
points,
if it's as long as it's that's what the rules are for this season. I mean, we can review the rules going into
There's
the
not
next
for lap
season, but
1.
That's
The only thing is that we
Right,
we
okay.
say that collisions occurring in director's corner are considered reckless on lap 1. So, but the rejoin thing, we everybody should have learnt a lot from rejoin stuff from a previous race there not so long ago at Davy Mac Corner. So it should have been high on people's
You don't
minds.
think about it until it actually affects you. Then you're like, oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow, okay.
So it's a TP10 for 10-second penalty for Mr. Garnham, and a 20 for Dave.
okay.
If Dave had sat there, he wouldn't have had a penalty at all. Would have lost a couple of places, but he would have made it back. Okay.
Right. The next incident is against me.
Oh.
Again. Right, I do need to play this, but I will not speak because obviously, unless Robin can play that in his laptop.
I can't. No.
Right. So
I like when you speak, Dave.
thanks very much. Can you understand me though?
Every other word.
I like your accent.
Right, so,
Every other
lap
word.
4. Me.
Where are you? Right at the top, aren't you?
Well, I'm not right at the top. So Jonathan's actually
no, you
put
can
in
bet.
lap 4. It's actually not lap 4.
Incorrectly formatted.
Yeah.
Well, it is incorrectly formatted, yes.
Okay, so car 101 missed braking point and hit me.
Obviously lap 6 there, is it? The longer lap.
You had a great race on Thursday night as well, Dave. don't think you
That's
missed a breaking point.
No, almost saved it.
Rewind it again,
And the
let's
worst-
laugh. Oh my god.
He's like in panic mode there, isn't he? At that point.
Jonathan was worried that he was at fault.
As soon as you're aiming for those sausages, you know you're in trouble.
Well, you brake just under the overpass here, get down to the
Yeah.
gear you need, then you lift for a second, you can go in, and then you, as you get into this, then you brake, which he did.
Break there, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he did. He did it proper. Okay, we weren't watching. We were watching.
Yeah,
we were watching
wrong one.
Dave. I thought we were watching Dave.
Yeah, Dave, that wasn't
He
happening.
slightly panicked as well because he seen Dave coming to him. He braked again. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Can we see from Dave's point
he
of
didn't
view,
need to do, but
please?
But I would do the same thing because when the person hits you, it'll keep control of your car usually if you hold your brake.
Okay, so John, okay, sorry, I thought John was...
Brake,
so we
brake,
broke real
brake,
early.
brake, 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 brake.
Okay. Looked like what happened was he didn't realize traffic had slowed down so much right there because everybody looked like they were going, and Dave was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, it's a lot slower than I thought," because it didn't look like he missed any braking points.
the gentleman he waited.
Always do.
Shut up.
Shut up, Dave.
I'm just saying always do. I can say that.
All right, it says pretty cut and dry. I mean, yeah, we caused a collision, so.
Yep.
I actually think it's Jonathan's fault. Completely.
He turned in on you.
He did. He turned in on you. 30-second penalty for Jonathan. How was your rejoin, Dave?
On his license.
Our rejoin was fucking spotless apart from my tyres were like lava.
Okay. Ten-second penalty. Okay, causing a collision.
But Jonathan, that's very kind of you. Thanks very much. Right, anyway, next one
Okay, next one.
is Adam Foster.
Foster. I got spun around in turn 4. I did go slightly deep, expecting a dive on the inside. My deep line was nothing major, still making the corner, and left loads of space on the inside. I think this is Adam and
Adam
Lewis
Foster.
Busev.
Yeah.
Adam Foster.
3 up from Robin, 2 up from Robin. A Foster.
And turn 4, whatever that is.
What lap's this, sorry?
No.
Lap
Lap 30, it says.
30.
So it'll be Robin that's hit them. Is that right? I'm just going by what's up in the Delta thing. That's
Okay.
all.
It must have been me.
It's the right lap.
Like it was the lap before, Dave.
Well, so lap 29.
Oh, there's no marker in between the laps. Sorry.
It must be before this or after. I don't know. Boating
So he's
first.
in lap 30.
That was really very that was very informational, Dara. It's either
I know,
before
I
this
think-
or after this.
Yeah.
Oh, that can't be up or down,
No, well, it must be before this.
high or low.
Well, unless Lewis
one
goes
away now
behind him.
because-
Because,
the other.
whoa, no, because he's.
Well,
This is lap. That's it. Is it?
no.
I don't know.
Well, Lewis
That
is
just
nowhere,
looked like it was
Lewis
gonna
is
be
nowhere near
exciting.
him at the moment. He's 2 places up.
He's in-
Okay,
well,
now
he's
he's
behind him
behind.
now.
Okay.
There we go.
Lap 31.
Aye.
Hey, Bingo is so fast.
Incredible.
Oh. There's the thing.
By the way, see if these are misreported as in the wrong laps. They should be discounted.
Yeah. Well, I'll put a note.
Because that's lap 31, not lap 30.
Well, make a
Yeah,
note.
but if you look at the top, look at Mark's name, and at the right it says 30 laps. But that's what most people go off. That's what I
okay.
go off.
All right.
So there's a full formation lap, yeah?
Yeah. It's actually lap 30.
A race lap 30.
Yeah.
This whole math thing is so confusing.
Doesn't add up.
Whoever invented math.
It's even more confusing in this country because it's plural as well.
And of course the time change.
You're pure. Oh yeah.
Right there's good.
Okay. So this is Lewis coming up. It's Adam. Adam's a bit wide.
He could have. He's.
Yeah, Lewis should have tightened in more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kept his foot in.
Or Adam's on
I
the
know
race.
Foster made a mistake, but
Yeah.
he made a slight mistake, but he's still entitled to stay where he was. Like.
Yeah. So agreement. That's quite straightforward.
Just do it once more
Yeah.
again. Just once more, please.
Heli view maybe.
Hey, can we see it in real time? Because I think that may.
No.
Not a chance.
It's a challenge in the middle of the corner, and Adam was back
he-
online. So
Yeah, he lifted as well, and then he gave it the gun again. If you watch.
I'll go back
On,
to that and I'll
off.
lift the thing.
On, off, on.
Yeah,
Well,
I see
hold on,
what
but
he was saying about his going deep into the corner.
But hold on 1 second though. Let's go listen to Adam's car. Did he make a mistake and something happened there? Because the guy in the back was just holding his line.
Yeah, but
there's another
the
car
engine
there.
did not give him room.
And he was trying
Well,
to.
I understand that, but that car wasn't in front of him. You know, they were both on lines next to each other. So,
He's in front of him.
well, no, I don't mean in front of him. Obviously, he's in front of him. But I'm saying that they're both on lines. So
Yeah.
they're both holding a line. Go into Adam's car and
But
his line changed.
But he's behind, Roger. He's behind, and you know, yes, he may be on a line, but that doesn't give him a right to push on through.
I know you're missing what I'm saying. It's not him pushing on through. I'm saying he stayed on his line. So the question is go to the other car and let's see what was happening through that turn.
Okay.
Inside the car.
Inside the car. Because it looks like he just lost, and it just, it could just be what it looks like. It looks like he lost the car for a second. So it changed his trajectory a little bit.
David, just hit the rewind button. No, the 5-second one.
That's not rewind, that's
There is a
rewind.
mic, yeah, that one, yeah. I'll put her in forward. Yeah. There you go.
It's very late in the break.
Hold
Little
his
deep.
line,
Yeah.
But he doesn't even get it.
You're not expecting that to happen, though.
No, he doesn't get around the corner.
You're not.
It's fun.
You're not expecting it, that are you?
You're not expecting someone where he is in the track for someone to come and spin you. Like.
I mean,
Well, obviously.
Foster isn't turning in, he's on the racing line and then somebody's hitting the back quarter. So for me, it's a no-brainer, to be honest.
Me too.
If he had hit the braking line, you know, at the correct time and was tied into the corner, they probably still would have hit.
So
No, I think if he was on where he should have been to the left, he wouldn't have left the gap, and the gap wouldn't have been there. He wouldn't have been hit. But
It's
and if you look, who's at this car?
Boating.
This is
Lewis.
Boating.
Lewis.
I mean, he's holding nice and tight. He doesn't slide at all. He doesn't slip. He doesn't deviate. Right now, they have room next to each other. If he were to stay straight, they had room next to each other. I'm not saying, you know, that Foster. I'm just saying that guy held his line perfectly tight, and he didn't cut into Foster's line.
No,
Foster straightened out.
I
or,
totally,
at the wrong time.
I totally agree. Lewis's line was perfect, except that the car was ahead of him, and he.
I understand that, but that car is not on that same line. Is the point? See, he's offline.
But he hit
So
him.
you can't. They're not sharing a line.
But he hit him. So
The car in front.
But Adam Foster's car was not off track. It might have been offline, but it wasn't off track. It was within limits.
And he hasn't steered into the left to the
he's
end.
just following his line around.
Yeah.
Just checking out.
He was
Yeah,
deep.
well, no.
Where is he?
Remember, he went deep, so he was now in a V. He wasn't in a circular motion like the track is, obviously.
But the car,
So he's cutting back into, not into this driver, but he's not actually in the line of the line. He V's back in and he cuts into this line.
Well,
See?
I'll be honest with you, the way I take that corner, I take that as a V.
Yeah, well, whatever. How you take it doesn't matter for this.
And a lot of people do.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what Foster was intending to do.
Yeah, it's not. He even says he went deep. So the point is he missed his line, and then it looks like he was getting back on his line, but his line cut into the other guy's line. I'm not saying the other guy doesn't have a responsibility, obviously. I think both people are always responsible for what's happening. But I'm just saying this guy's line stayed perfect.
Right, well.
So if he stayed perfect and the other guy wasn't, the other guy came into him at that point because they're on different lines to start.
Yeah,
but
he's
his
behind.
car, he spins the car in front of him.
Yeah.
The car behind is at fault. Always.
Right.
Is that not the case? No.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's always the case, but not if the car puts itself in front of you at that point.
Go back
Yeah.
and watch Foster's inputs again then.
Yeah, well, it looks like his car, where he's got where his wheels turned, but the car's still going straight.
Yeah, it's very understeer.
So you put it straight in the wheel.
So,
Right, we'll go back.
Well.
Yes, I understand.
he's like literally about to straighten the car and he gets spun.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he was, going to be defending his line. And again, this guy wasn't on his line. That's all I'm saying. So I understand the guy.
Yeah, he wasn't on his line, but he also
responsibility.
Yeah, but he should have slowed. He should have. I don't know how you said it happened so quickly. He wasn't on his line, but he should have just held back a little bit.
Yeah, it's on the car from behind.
Yeah.
I think it's fairly simple. I don't know.
Yeah,
they're not racing each other. They're not wheel to wheel going around the corner.
I don't know. I think this top view even gave it even more validity.
But there's room in the inside, Roger.
Yeah.
He's
there
driving
is.
over
On the
to.
inside.
He lets
to
off.
Foster.
He lets off, and then he goes back on the power and hits him. If he stayed let off, he wouldn't have hit him.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
He could have kept to the left. It's the same as in the first corner. It's basically, there's no room given by.
If he had held off just a little bit, he probably would have got him in the next corner because he was getting a better exit.
Yeah.
If you watch his throttle inputs, when he goes back on, if he had stayed off for another second or less, it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that this would be for me. This would be a racing incident all day.
No, I don't know.
Because that is Foster still has plenty of room on the right.
But so did the guy.
He missed the line coming in here. He went in deep. and he tried getting back into it. This guy's perfectly on the line. All Foster had to do was just stay to the right there a little bit, but he tried to recover on the line.
But Roger, he's behind him. He can't just
Yeah.
drive through.
You can't just drive through.
I understand that, but just because you're behind somebody, if you're coming in there and you've got an opportunity to take it, you absolutely take it.
But he was driving.
Yeah,
but he was
yeah.
driving into a space that wasn't there. That part of the
Yeah.
track wasn't available.
It's on the card to overtake.
I know.
to do it.
Yeah, this space was there. That's what
It's
I'm
not
saying.
because
This-
that black Ferrari's there.
well, that black Ferrari is there
It's
because the
actually
black
yellow.
the black Ferrari is into
but-
that line at this point. Look,
Yeah,
right
right,
here.
right.
Here.
Uh-huh.
Right. Okay,
Okay.
so now,
Slow it
now look
down,
at the
slow it
line.
down.
Now look at. Don't even slow it down. I mean, don't even touch it. Don't even touch it. Put your marker on top of Foster's car. Okay. Now, if you're to follow his line, his trajectory at that point, all right,
Right.
you can see where it goes. And if you follow, who's the other person? I still didn't get.
Lewis.
Boating.
Overtake.
Lewis.
Okay, Boating. If you follow his line, his trajectory is perfect for his line. His
Right.
Foster's line is going up and outside. This
Yep.
guy's hugging this
Right.
inside,
Okay,
and that's where he
I-
stays.
Right,
He's
right,
he's
that-
in front.
Yes, the other guy
But
is in
it
front.
doesn't.
so-
Yes, I
Doesn't
understand
matter.
he's in
Right.
front. No.
So-
Here's stop for 1 second. This is why it matters. You keep doing
Right,
the whole
but-
he's in front thing.
Yeah,
That
but
makes
Roger, two
absolutely
seconds,
no
2 seconds, 2
difference.
seconds, 2 seconds. It does. It does. Right. At the present moment, there's a gap there. Okay. The black Ferrari in front at the moment does not close that gap. The person that closes the gap is the McLaren, because he drifts over to the right and hits the Ferrari who is in front. That's our point.
But
Yes,
that's
the
not-
guys
but
went
that's
deep.
not-
The guys
but
went
that's
deep.
not the
Yeah.
case.
At the present moment, that guy isn't even in line with that black Ferrari. With Foster.
Are you okay? So we're talking about Foster. Okay, so
Right.
the guy on the left,
Lewis.
Uh-huh.
yeah,
It's
Lewis
Lewis.
doesn't drift. So I don't know what we're talking about drifting. He never
I
slides.
never
His-
said right, but there is a space there, and if he kept his line, as in keeping a gap between the Ferrari, which is Foster, right, but he is then driven into a gap because Foster does not change and close the gap onto Lewis. It's Lewis moves over to basically hit the Ferrari. That's our point. And the Ferrari, whether he's went deep, he is still ahead. That's what we're saying. Well, I understand what you're saying, but right. So at the present moment, he's at the quarter, right? So we just watch it. okay?
Not
Coming
now.
away
Yeah,
from
it.
okay.
And
I
he's
see what you're
coming
saying,
away.
Dave. So if he had stayed tight the way he was, that he wouldn't have went
Right.
out.
Yeah. So he's
all-
came away from the corner. Yes, a perfect racing line if nobody's there, but there
Yeah.
is a car there,
And it's also the throttle input where he on throttle, off throttle, back on throttle.
and you can see the car very clearly.
Yeah.
And there is room for him to keep over to the left, and he doesn't do it.
Okay. And we're not
That-
going to agree.
that's my- that's my-
We're
that's
not
my
going to
thought.
agree on this one because again, you are not. Once you commit to your line going through, okay, you can't deviate from
But he
that line.
didn't,
We all agree
Roger.
with that,
He
right?
didn't.
It's just no. Listen for 1 second though. Just like there's
But who-
no
but who-
moving in the
but who-
braking.
but- Yeah, but who's deviated?
Well, exactly. Who's deviated?
That's what I'm asking you. Who's deviated?
Well,
Is Foster deviated?
So Mr. Foster,
Yeah,
Mr.
no,
Foster
Foster-
went deep,
I-
but his line didn't change. He stayed on the deep line.
Yes, his line did change because his line straightened out. It didn't continue in the same rotation that he was going. It
Right.
straightened out. God darn it! Seriously, Lewis's. That's so funny. It's like becoming a routine. Lewis's line never changed. Is my point. But it's okay. We're not going to agree on this one at all. At all.
Right, but
Sorry, Roger.
I think Lewis's
It's
line
alright.
was a perfect racing line with no car in front.
It doesn't matter if it's a perfect racing line. It was
Well,
the perfect line that it was the perfect line that he was on that was not going to hit the guy in front of him if they both kept in their lines. And I think that's why he lifted off the throttle for the second, because he wasn't positive that he had the space. And then it looks like he decided he did have the space. And it was in that fraction of a second, you know, that the
Next.
rotation of Foster changed.
See if he
It cuts right there. It cut right there.
Yeah,
Foster
and
went
look at
was
the
a little
gap.
bit left.
But that's what I mean. For me, I'm seeing something totally different.
Yeah, me too.
To be honest, for me, Lewis comes away from the corner.
He doesn't.
I agree.
He stays exactly on his line.
But the line isn't there, Roger, to take.
No, but it is there.
car
There's
is
still a line there if you look at it. His card never changes its
He's
Right.
hugging
Well, no,
rotation.
Roger, no.
He's
You
hugging
watch him.
the apex.
Watch now. Watch
then-
now.
and-
He's off it now.
And now he's coming away from it.
He's off it
No,
now.
he's not coming away from it. The road's still going in. It opens up. He's staying
there's a
on
car.
the grip.
There's a car there, Roger.
There's a car there.
Oh my
So-
God.
Roger.
Forget it. No. I'm not backing down from this one because you're clearly not hearing what I'm saying.
I am.
We
I
are.
totally hear what you're saying, but I don't. There was still a, there was
I
a
don't
car
think
there.
I don't think you do.
We do, but there's a car there. So he needs to basically deviate his line and not hit the other car.
It's amazing that Ford got
He
rounded,
can't
that
just keep
rounded
on
so well
basically
too.
coming away from the apex and then going, well, you need to get out of my way because, but he's behind him. He needs to get
I'm
him.
only. What's that thing called? What's the and then we'll get off this because I know Robin will start complaining.
No.
But what's that thing called? The retractor, the thing we used to use in school that had the needle on the very
Protractor,
tip, a protractor. Okay, if we were to take a protractor and pin it down and then put it out to Lewis's car, and we did the thing, we would see he followed exactly his.
Yes,
his
he
curve.
did, but
If
he
we did that
drove into a
if we did-
space that
wait a minute,
wasn't
wait a minute, wait
there.
a minute. If we did that same thing on Foster's car, we'll see that it'll have straightened out and it changed the line. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Right now, they each have their own lane. There's enough space for both of them.
Okay. I don't disagree with you. Right. And,
But
right,
Lewis is
and,
the.
no, yeah. So, right.
That doesn't matter though in this case.
Right, and
So that's not even an argument.
Here. Now there's
Yeah.
a gap
Every
between
case.
the apex. Right.
No, that's not true, Dara.
Right. So now Lewis has started to come away from the apex, yeah?
Well, no, Lewis
Foster-
is still following his exact rotation.
But I would say, I
Right?
would argue that Foster is doing the
You
same.
can't say what you're saying because the track itself is starting to go in, but that's not part of that. Still, that curve, that grip he's on, okay, that he's not steering
That's great.
through.
He can't just go like that. Basically, you went over a wee bit, so you need to get out of my way.
It's push to pass.
Right? Did you get? It just doesn't work that way. So Foster hasn't changed his trajectory. Basically, coming through, he's kept on. He's going straight, and now he's came over.
He's turning right. If you see where the speed is in the little white dot, that's the steering inputs. So if you watch it, just before he's hit, he's actually turning right again.
Read that.
Under the kilometers an hour, you see the white dot over the accelerator. Yeah, that's a steering input.
No, that's not the steering input. That's the G-force.
No, it's not. It's the steering
I
input.
thought that's your center of gravity.
That's your steering input, Roger.
You talk about the little white dot at the top?
Yeah.
Above the throttle?
Yeah. That moves if you're static.
Yeah, if it was G's, it'd be pointing.
Right. So this is Foster.
So watch
with
it.
him.
Watch it.
Right. And he's going back to
Now
centre.
it's going right, and then he's
yep.
tapped.
Yeah. Right. So.
Great shot. I'm more impressed with the Mustang. It avoids them all.
Ignoring yellow flags, yeah. 30-second penalty.
I slowed right off.
So then.
I slowed off.
This would be a racing incident to me. Still, I think there's defending going on in that section right there.
I don't think so.
and I
Who-
think
who-
that
who's-
would
No
I think that would
defending.
happen.
Who's
If he was
defending? I don't
if he was
care.
defending, he would have cut across, Roger.
But he hasn't.
He's just trying to take the corner and he gets taken out. I think
Well,
it's that simple.
he I think he went
And
into
my-
the corner. He went into the corner deep and maintained control, but had a little bit of oversteer and was overcorrecting it at to make sure he held that line that he was on.
But he turned right just before he was hit.
And it cost him. Well, he didn't turn right, obviously, because the car never went right.
But you can see it on his input on the
He was
white dot.
straightening the steering wheel. He left loads of room for the potential passing car, right? Which would probably get him up the straight.
Mm.
But Lewis has not gave him room as a potential passing car.
For me, it's clear cut.
So for me, it is as well.
So Chris
Can we
Mogg,
just put it
Chris
to-
Mogg, Chris, hold on,
all that
Chris Mogg,
matters is that
arbiter
majority,
of all things,
move on.
sensible. Chris Mogg, what do you think?
Yeah, I say we put it to a vote. So
Right. Well,
Well, we already know where that stands. So
right.
so the vote being those. So it's
okay,
either
so,
the fault of Lewis or it's a racing incident. Yeah.
Okay,
So I vote
what say you,
Lewis.
Lewis?
Fault of Lewis.
Lewis, yeah.
That's 3 Lewises.
Lewis.
And
Lewis.
so we've got Chris Mogg, we've got Dara, we've got Davey and Jason, and then there's Roger and myself. So
Racing incident
I'm
for
saying racing incident. Roger's saying racing incident, and you guys win that vote.
Mm-hmm.
4-2. Let's move on, please.
Yes, TP10. All right, next.
Just before we move on from that, Robin,
Yeah.
can I just make a point which is completely out of context?
Okay.
Of the
My car was cool.
it's too. Yeah, that Ford was that's a disqualification for me. There was 2 points. The first was it's not a protractor; it's a pair of compasses.
Yeah,
Just
it was
to make that point.
compasses. Yeah, correct. Yes, protractor's the flat
Secondly-
plastic thing.
Yeah, but maths isn't Roger's strong suit. But just to kind of make this point out of context, are we keeping a list of potential things we need to look at for the rules for the next season?
I think we'll need to go
Like,
through all of these incidents and see.
I think if we start to keep a list, because one of the things here that crops up now when applying this penalty, which is now going to fall on Lewis, it actually makes no impact because Lewis was only joining us for this one race.
Correct.
So I
And
think I think in the future we need to kind of look at how the entry can be reopened mid-season
Yeah.
and what that means and and it goes back to what Davey was saying last week and keeps cropping up about the implications of penalties within the context of the race and whether or not we can take those penalties and apply them to following races, grid penalties and that kind of thing. Yeah.
yeah, definitely for something for next season as we get more and more professional. And hands up, my fault entirely
No,
for
no.
letting Lewis join.
No.
That's green on my part for numbers. But there's a point where in the championship where I mean I've said
Yeah.
maybe 2 races in you would keep it open. It's we're on race 5. I really shouldn't have. So
No, I think it's really important that the flexibility is there to open up sign-ups. It's just as long as things are kind of, clear and precise within the rules.
yeah.
I mean, if we've got a list of these issues that we want to discuss as a group of stewards to implement these new rules and regulations come next season, then I was just thinking we should keep a list as we go in, just so we know what to discuss based on the things that have cropped up this season. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well,
Yes.
when I have
So
a,
much
I
so.
have a, I have a book for this, and all the notes I take are in it, so we can go through that.
Okay, cool, excellent. Because the other thing that cropped up as well was about
Hardware
rules
failures.
around disconnections. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we haven't discussed that, have we?
Yeah, well, I kind of think that's. I'm sorry, but I mean, I think every league handles it as a case of, it's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but that I mean, that's out of everybody's control. And what do you, what do you do?
I mean,
What he did, what Casper did, he didn't rejoin. He just kept driving for an hour and a half on his own. It's like, why would you do that? Like,
Yeah, I agree with that completely, 100%. However, it's like if it's there in black and white in the rules, then it's done, isn't it? You know.
yeah.
I mean, there was other things there that I questionable stuff that I did at the beginning of that race. There was 2 people didn't hit drive. I don't understand why they didn't hit drive, but I restarted that race, and possibly I shouldn't have done that either. And again, I
was querying the restart.
Yeah, I need to be
Was
clear.
that the big boss?
I need to be,
Restart.
I may be done.
What was wrong anyway? Was it steering wheel?
No, they just didn't hit drive. Now whether they were listening to me chat and they didn't. Everybody else heard it hit drive, but Lloyd and somebody else didn't. Was it? And
Guy or someone.
yeah, I mean, I possibly done.
Yes, it was,
I possibly done Gwen Baker out of a win, because of that. But yes, that I will.
I don't personally. I don't think there should be any restarts for any reason, unless
But
half the field is taken out.
Unless it's a server issue or
Server
something
issue.
like
But
that.
if it's
I
human
shouldn't
error
have done
for not
that.
pressing a button.
I shouldn't have done that. And let's say again, if it happens next week, that'll be. You already did that for someone, so.
No, it's like if it's not to be decided now. I mean, it is what it is. What I'm saying is just next
Make
season
very
it's
clear,
there, and it's in the rules.
It's
and
funny.
clear.
It's funny. I mean, Aid would have always said, Robin, as soon as you write one set of rules, you need to write more rules. Rules make rules.
Yeah,
Of course, that's why there's lawyers.
Yeah.
It's layer upon layer. Every time you create something, then there's a new thing that somebody finds, and then you got to write something for that.
Yeah. So
I think in the interests of transparency here, just to be clear that we are learning from doing
yes,
this.
we're not saying this is
these
perfect.
discussions.
Absolutely not. No.
Then
No.
go forward to
It's to make it better.
inform the rules.
It's
for
to make it
next
better.
season. Yeah.
Yep. And on that subject, for the sake of our races, that being human error, obviously, and just not paying attention, maybe it's better suited for us to think about that just being a time penalty that is going to be applied. We'll do a restart because we don't want, we want the races to be full and everybody to be where they're supposed to be and stuff like that. But you are going to get some sort of time penalty. Maybe we will create that in the future. You get a 10 or 20 second if we have to restart the race because of you not starting your car.
I just won't restart the race.
We can discuss and implement that as part of the new rules. I mean, forget it for the rest of this season because
right. I'm saying that may be because it's incentive
it's
for
an
somebody
option,
to make sure that they're not paying attention to what Robin's talking at in chat and they start their car.
Would you
do that? They're still racing because they'll start from the pits.
Yeah. Sorry.
They'd never be restarted.
Just before we get on to this last one here, you wouldn't do me a favor and look at the start, please, and the start positions of Lewis as well, if you don't mind. Where he qualified.
Can we look at that because I've got that set?
Oh, okay.
Can we look at that?
Oh yeah. We'll look at that at the end because I think
right.
Lewis decided to start from the back of the grid. And
no, he did qualify. He did qualify. He was going to start at the back of the grid, but I was watching his stream, and he did qualify.
But but he didn't start from the back. Okay, good. All right,
So
all right, Matthew.
The time penalties.
Yes.
See if you hit somebody.
Yes.
Stop and let them go.
Yeah. If it's
You should
contentious.
get a full time.
Yeah. Stop and let them go.
Say like a normal racing incident, right? And basically you stop and let that person go in front. I personally think if rather than a 10-second penalty, it should be a 5-second penalty because you're being the gentleman to sit there and wait.
Well, it's on the incident form.
lose
Did they
time
let you
anyway.
pass?
Could you even bother with a penalty for something like that? Because you've already you're serving a penalty by waiting for
Again,
something.
we can't change rules as we go.
Yeah,
No,
but
we
but
can't.
going forward,
We
Next
can't.
season. Yeah,
We
yeah,
can't. But
Right.
definitely look
The
at things
likes of
more
that.
favourably if people do
So,
that. It's a
yeah.
it's a bongo
because
thing.
if somebody doesn't wait and gets a 10-second penalty, but the person that does wait gets a 10-second penalty. So there
Yeah.
should then be an emphasis on be a gentleman, wait, and you'll only get 5 seconds.
And that's part of the thing about
Yeah.
new people coming into the league halfway through that haven't driven with us before. That's not something they would do otherwise. But here, it's the right thing to do in my mind. So.
Yeah. So you should get a benefit for that.
And that comes back to what
think
Roger
all
says
these
about us all
points
driving
will-
together.
I think all these points are available to be discussed
Yeah.
when we get together and talk about the rules for next season. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Matthew Bird.
I think that's Chris's way of asking us to shut up. And move
Yeah.
on.
Let's get this straight. Come on.
So who have we got here?
This is Matthew Bird. Into T1 side by side, car 398 on the inside, braking for apex, car 16 turned into car 398, causing car 398 to spin.
Yeah, the car on the outside definitely
Comes across.
didn't have spatial awareness.
Car 16. Mr. Tomlinson.
Gets a run, but
This is
Yeah, but at this point you have to ride the outside.
this is Guy and
Matthew.
Yeah, that's
And Matt.
Mark.
car on the
Matthew.
outside is
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, Guy and Mark. That's Mark who's in front of them. This
Matthew.
lovely American livery. Sorry, Matthew. Yes, Matt.
I said Mark. Sorry.
Yeah, well, Matthew had nowhere else to go there. That was just a.
No.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a shame they couldn't have driven and not caught each other. Do you know? It just.
Because the thing is, you can't really ride that curb because it'll just kill you.
Who's the car on the left?
Guy.
Guy.
Oh yeah, that's on that car for sure.
Not enough room left.
So close. He could, like an
Yeah.
inch more to the left, he would have left.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
If he had just
Annoying that there's-
also braked a fraction of a second sooner,
Yeah.
it would have automatically pulled itself inside a little bit.
Very close.
Yeah, it is.
Which you have to do anyway if you get stuck on the inside. You always want to brake early.
It is a bit of a ropey place to overtake.
It is.
It is a bit of a ropey place to try and
When you
overtake.
get the run, you're obviously going.
It's exciting though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I got caught out there.
run-based
That's what caused me my third place out there. I got caught out. So on a very similar
Just
position,
gotta trust the people you're driving with.
except I
Bless you.
If any ACC would let those little tiny concepts not just spin you out completely.
Yeah, I agree. ACC physics are amazing.
okay.
Yeah, that
So that's a
shouldn't
time
cause
penalty
cars
for
to be-
causing collision. And there aren't any others unless there are other ones you know
No.
about. Anything else?
You wanted to look at the.
No, it's
beginning,
okay.
yeah?
You know, it's okay. He did.
Lewis.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to make sure because I heard somebody say or him say that he was going to start from the back, and that's not the
Yeah,
game.
I think he did say that, but double check.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
sure I was watching the
Um,
stream and
He's third.
there we
Okay.
go. Yeah.
Okay, you did
Yeah,
start
did
that
qualify,
correctly.
Yeah.
Because I don't like that game. That's not a game we like to play. So,
No.
all right, gentlemen, thank you very much.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you for your time this evening. I'll get those off. And Andrew has done a fantastic job on the sheets. There was a few little teething things we did need to do, but the sheets he's created for me are absolutely fantastic. And I'm going to send this off to him, and he is going to do his thing and get those updated. So that's
Cool.
brilliant. All right, gents, I'm right here. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Cheers, man.
Useful. See you
Alright,
guys.
see
Bye bye.
Just go.
Thank you.